Welcome, y'all. 2112. It's like we didn't even leave the last reading from you, Instagram. 2112, 12, 21, 3, 33. Just been popping through. If you a life path 33, pay attention. You are a master teacher. Get your life. Don't be out here playing. Okay? Don't be out here playing. Don't nobody got time. Here we go. Let me get some tunes in my ears though. Here we go. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, returning and new subscribers. This is going to be a general collective energy update. Let's see what the vibe is. Let's see what Source has to say right at this moment. This is timeless. You already know the vibes. Okay. Here we go. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my ancestors and spirit guides. I connect my heart and soul to the gods and goddesses that flow through me as me for you and I collective to use our mind's eye to see. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Welcome, beloved. Sinjona. Mars is about to go into Aries, so I'm in my vibes. Shout out to my fellow feminine energies with Mars and Aries. You a true warrior. Not to say if you don't have that placement, you're not, but it's the front line. You feel me? Front line of the mystics, front line of the healers, front line of the sorcerers, front line of those who have unconditional love and know and recognize their responsibility when it comes to all the power that they have. You don't use that shit just on anybody, just cause. That shit always come back to you. That's a big message from the last couple videos that we've been doing here. There's that. Mars and Aries. There goes Aries. Ancient god of war. Let's see why this is coming out though. The day for Aries is Tuesday. Numbers are connected to 1 and 9. The metal connected to Aries is iron. The gem connected to Aries is the diamond. Speaking of the I am, the first house of self, cardinal energy, what you present and what others see, the lens of your natal chart. This is what we're talking about right now for you all right now, okay? Second time today. It was reversed. I'm going to check the planetary hour though. Give me a second. Let me check the planetary hour. It was like, you didn't check the planetary hour before you came out. Oh. It's Venus. There's that. Okay. Core values about who you are. Yeah. Tell me more about this Aries energy for the collective 355. Aries is connected to March 21st to April 19th. Ruling energies of Aries would be Mars, the Sun, Venus, and Jupiter. Mars has lots to do with your action and will. The Sun has a connection to your immortal purpose as well as your ego. And Venus connects to your core values, emotional security. Jupiter speaks of expansion, higher education, as well as the past life of a child, this lifetime or another, connected to the animals of the sheep or the ram. Tell me more about this energy. That was the whole book. We're not doing that right now, bro. What's with this Aries vibes? Mars is about to go into that. That's why. Okay. All right. Let me get the guidance message for you. I'm not going to say this for you. I'm gonna let you speak. Speak to the collective. This is why we have these tools. When it comes to the Aries energy or Mars, which speaks of the I am that I am. Ooh, more horns on the head. Okay. Head over heart decision, abundance, success, personal power. You're being guided to be flexible, go with the flow, and allow things to happen rather than force them. Universal opportunities are stacked around you. Center yourself, get more familiar with your sun sign and the house that it's in, which is where you'll be able to center yourself the most or at a higher vibration, and resonate with your core values, and you will reap many rewards. The bison. This is the second time this comes out. It came out in the reading for Instagram. Ooh, some of you are definitely a high priest, high priestess. Remember, you know a traveler. Name is Kweku the hustler. Hey, I swear on my life. I know you miss me. I know. You pulling the 5D into the 3D. High priest, high priestess, based on your core values. So whatever core values you have right now are the same ones that are connected to you in the 5D for some of you when it comes to your soul's evolution. The more you experience, the more expansion you'll have for that soul to evolve. It's asking you to clear out the foundation of all beliefs and re energize your soul in accordance to a heart as light as a feather. I was watching birds fly the last 2 days, and here's one thing I was noticing. When you pay attention to birds flying, okay, there's a point where you see them fly and they kind of disappear. They know where the portals are. They show us every day in and day out. Portals are literally right in front of our faces, but we sitting here being too complex about life and really labeling everything instead of allowing ourselves to be free and liberated and allow ourselves to go with the ebb and flow just like nature do. There's too many roles that humanity is playing that it feels like it's bigger than nature, but nature can sit here in a flip of a dime and change your entire lifestyle. Just saying. Proverbs 29:16. When the wicked are in authority, transgression increases. But, in the Amplified Version, but the uncompromisingly righteous shall see the fall of the wicked. Again, lean towards your heart being as light as a feather. Where your mind goes, your frequency evolves. 313, Pisces energy as well. Specifically, 10 of Cups vibes, Mars in Pisces or Mars in the 12th house. So if you do have Mars in the 12th house, you could be experiencing the psychological causes to your actions rising up again. Certain actions that you may have not wanted to take and you experience some type of consequence from that or reward from it. Nonetheless, the universe is really making you focus on your psychological causes to your actions because this is what's creating the effect. Okay. Now, this 313 energy speaks of remaining whole by having and strengthening your bond with the infinite creator. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, 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 welcome. Remember, you know a traveler. His name is Kweku the Hustler. That's my tune. Y'all gonna hear that for like the next couple weeks. I know you miss me, I know. Remember, you know a traveler. His name is Kweku the Hustler. Spirits of spring, freedom, action, power, 34, which is also connected to number 7, the chariot, which is also connected to the moon's energy, which is also connected to your intuitive actions. Connect with the spirit of spring in order for you to have freedom, action, and power. Let's read a little bit more into it, though. Here we go. She comes to touch the world into awakening again. Each cycle follows its course, and at her point on the cycle, the spirits of spring emerge and do their work. Each has their part to play, from fairy to the goddess who breathes life back into the still world. When she comes to you, no matter what part of the external cycle you are at, inside it will be your spring. When she comes to you, no matter what part of the external cycle you are at, this is speaking of spring, 320. Also, the beginning of the apocalypse in this age. Remember, you know a traveler. When she comes to you, no matter what part of the external cycle you are at, inside it will be your spring. This is your renaissance. This is your time of jasmine and sweetness. This is the time to consider what is you will grow. I know you miss me. I know. Yo. And you must hurry, dear one, to catch this energy which is coming to you, bursting through the blood, through the cells, and into the mind, where ideas will be born that will shape the world yet to come. You are a part of the next step on this planet. Y'all gotta check out the reading from YouTube, because this is like a continuation of it. I feel like this message right here is literally the rise from the underworld, because that message earlier during the daytime had a lot to do with the 12th house, which is the hidden world. And now we're in the nighttime and we're having all this daytime energy come through, source. You live the world of opposites, know that. Remember, you know a traveler. Yeah. Where ideas will be born that will shape the world yet to come. You are a part of the next step on this planet, and you must make true and real within that world the ideas which now arise within you. For this spirit of spring is urging you to recreate the world anew, to initiate the ideas, and to fulfill the promise of conception. You have work to do, dear one, a vocation to fulfill, and it is beyond the numbing plod of the slave machine that can be our culture. You have more to give than that. It is pushing you to pull towards, pushing through the limitations, or pulling through the limitations that seem to be all about you. You are free, free to make your life your garden, free to become what your nature has destined you to be, free to make wild the life that forces within the paradigms will prefer to enslave for their purposes. The power of pure, fresh, sweet life is within you. Let it pour through you. Fresh, sweet life is within you. Let it pour through you. Arise up out of you. Take root in your soul and blossom through the words and actions, choices, and commitments. Do not hesitate. The time for action and growth is now. Touch your life as she does, for you are her and she is you. And once this is recognized, you can never be taken prisoner again. The illumination for the spirit of spring, number 34, is speaking of freedom, action, and power. When I grow and act, I fear not only myself, but all around me are freed. I free not only myself, but all around me are freed and returned. When I grow and act, I free not only myself, but all around me are freed and returned. When I grow and act, I fear not only myself, but all around me are freed and returned. When I grow and act, I free not only myself, but all around me are freed and returned. You have the knowledge of the universe, knowledge of the universe. You are in between the heavens and the earth. You're not here to be playing with nobody. Okay, you're gonna go through your experiences as if you're sitting here playing with people, but sooner than later, you will return to your home of honor and realize what you're here for. Ashe. Remember, you know I travel. Aries is highly significant. Okay, and I would say that more so because Mars is conjunct to Neptune. Now, depending on where your Mars placement is, this energy is going to bring in the resources that you've been lacking, depending on where you're at with your core values and what you want to call in. Because what you're going to call in are the resources that you need. So if you lack love, you're going to get the lack of more love. That's how I feel about this energy. That's how I feel. Because it's the use and action of your will power. Mars in conjunction to Neptune. Okay? The use and action of your willpower when it comes to your imagination, which speaks of Neptune's energy. Now, the imagination can turn into a space of delusion very quickly. Very quickly. Just like the movie A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Very quickly. Okay. What do you got in the collective to do at this time? Based on the message right now? Based on this message right now, what do you got in the collective to do? What do you got in the collective to do? Be the zebra. Manifesting generators, they're guiding you to be balanced and individual and connect to your beauty. You're being guided to no longer run with the herd and find a new vantage point. Be your authentic self. Acknowledge your golden soul. Show the world your magnificence. Boldly move towards your heart's desire with speed, grace, and integrity. Isis, what is your message here for the collective at this moment as you speak of balance, as you are guiding them to no longer run with the herd and find a new vantage point? What is your message? Acknowledge your golden soul, it says. And Isis said, you're approaching the abundance of Sophis, the stellar blessings of the celestial goddess of abundance, which means you have to have a breakdown to have a breakthrough. In order to make bread out of this wheat, you got to break it down. Okay? Let's get another message here. What else do you have for the collective? Chariot of Ascension and the Star of David. Six senses, utilizing your six senses in order to connect with the blessing of the celestial goddess of abundance, followed by the Queen of Heaven. Blessing from the divine Empress of the skies, Queen of Swords like vibes. Let's get further into this right now. For the collective, the Queen of Heaven. Queen of Heaven, speak to the collective, bringing in your blessings of the skies, divine Empress of the skies. Skip that. Here we go. Queen of Heaven is the divine Empress of the skies, which acknowledges your feminine authority now. As a man or a woman, you have a life path of spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom into the world. Here's what I'm going to tell you right now. If you come to my page to seek revenge, I might be the one that come for your ass. I'm going to just keep it 100 with y'all right now. For real, because I'm not here for that. I'm not here for the vibes of anybody that want to seek revenge. Move from this channel if you're here to seek revenge. Fix thyself and let the universe do what it must do to handle any type of issues that you cannot control or problems that you cannot control. This is where you let it go. I'm not going to entertain the nonsense. Not one bit. Not one bit. Okay? So, what message you have here for the collective right now? It's nighttime, baby. 9:33 on the clock. What's the message here? There's a lot of Aries energy. Libra Aries energy. And again, with the official person, 22, the master builder, which is also the emperor. Let me see what this is talking about here before I even mention that. Because for some of you, there's something that you're supposed to be doing within your community first. Like there's so many things, areas of life that could be robbing you from your success if you don't realize it by acknowledging it or recognizing it. What's this thief energy about? Your thoughts. Usually you don't want people to rob you from your joy, but in this scenario here, the official person of robbing thyself from joy is thyself. Hence the fact that we had the Aries energy come out twice. I am that I am for this message for the collective on YouTube at this time. Please keep note that when the wicked are in authority, transgression increases, but the righteous shall see the fall of the wicked. You have to decide which side of the spectrum you're going to fall on when it comes to that. Because right now you're pulling the 5D vision into the 3D. Okay? And Source is asking you to lean towards your heart being as light as a feather. Because where your mind goes, your frequency evolves. So be mindful of the company that you keep with this Aries, Libra, Aries. Everything all about you depends on the partnerships and the relationships that you're keeping. Meanwhile, you got the solar eclipse energy removing things out of your life that no longer serve you. So if you're keeping it, that's your own free will. But best to realize that you're no longer in unison or in alignment to the universe. So now this is a whole nother different battle you're talking about. You're going against the tides. We don't want to do that. Now, why you want to go and do that, love, huh? You feel me? Let's see what else we got from this here for y'all. Now, here's another thing. And I was talking to my cousin about this not too long ago. I was like, yo, let's really think about this, because a lot of what you do has a lot to do with the energy that you're putting into your body, right? What does a thief do that allows them to see that hurting somebody is an opportunity? Think about that for yourself. This is something that you've done or others have done to you. Like I said, we're not here to play these games at all. What are you guiding them to do at this time, Spirit? What are you guiding the collective to do at this time? Talking to the Most High. The tiger and the kangaroo. Remember, you know a traveler. This is the tiger year, the water tiger year, the 6th year, which is connected to Venus as well, Ashe. The tiger speaks of being courageous, dynamic, and having inner strength. You're being guided to begin a new journey. You are being guided to begin a new journey. I'm going to go to the first line of the Kangaroo, which speaks of having stability, faith, and determination, where you're being guided to take action and think big. The tiger tells you you're being guided to begin a new journey. And the kangaroo, which is all about leaping, is telling you you're being guided to take action and think big. How many of you in here thinking small? Because if you are, leave. I don't want this energy in here tonight. Not at all. Because everybody got the shift. And now, this energy is too strong to be staying stuck in something that already the universe is transforming, that it's not going to tolerate for a human vessel to even have within their body, to even sit here and think that they're about to plant new roots and keep it growing. No. That's on Earth. That's on planet Kai. That's on God. Okay, this realm is tired of producing anything that is not of unconditional love. And this vessel, personally, same. Okay. You're being guided to begin a new journey, one that is exciting and purpose driven. If you around people that don't bring excitement to your life and you're rising up, I don't care who it is, remove it from your energy. You don't need that projection. You have everything you need to confront adversity and turn it into opportunity. Become the Black Madonna and turn your pain, the suffering, into your greatest power. Fiercely pursue what you desire. You are an amazing life force with limitless power and potential. That's what the tiger just told you. If you're not producing love, the universe, this planet, is not going to sit here and take you. Enough is enough. We got enough warriors out here. We're in the age of Aquarius. The next age of Capricorn, here's the thing about the age of Capricorn. Okay? A lot of the evil things, you've heard me say this before, a lot of the evil things you're seeing today is happening off of ignorance. In the age of Capricorn, you're really going to get to see who the evil ones are. It's not going to be that many because it's a part of you. It's not so much that it's an ignorant thing. You know what you're doing. We're in the age of Aquarius, where if that's what you want to be, you know that that's what you want to be. But if you know that you're going to make it to the age of Capricorn and that's not what you want to be, and you decided that now, you're just doing all for ignorance, you're not going to make it. Nor is your bloodline, nor is the next generation that comes from you. That's the word. Remember, you know what traveler. It's nighttime, man. Yeah, you're going to have to release that negative energy. You got warriors at the front line for a reason. Some of y'all not supposed to be right there. Some of y'all really out here supposed to be the Queen of Cups and enjoy unconditional love, but you're sitting out here fighting. Stop. Stop. Some of you, your battles have already been fought and you're still fighting unnecessary battles. Take back your power, leap over any obstacles, and build your desires on a solid foundation. Forge ahead without looking back and create emotional fulfillment while staying grounded. Being true to yourself and having faith in the unknown. Having faith in the unknown, that's the one thing that everybody, not everybody, but humanity and the majority fear, the unknown, which is why a lot of the wounds can seep right into that 12th house because nobody want to go there. Nobody want to go that deep. You better go there because this age is not going to tolerate you want to be ignorant towards it or act like you don't know. You better know. You better go deep. Use this season to go that deep. Isis, what is your message here? Ancient power mysteries. Hear the rattle of Isis playing. The rattle of Isis, the sistrum, is playing in the hand of the goddess now. Can you sense it with your inner hearing? Its vibration reaches through your crown chakra and enters your body, initiating you into great ancient power mysteries of sound, creativity, and healing. This is a time when words and music will become increasingly important on your spiritual path and healing journey. When the Lady Isis initiates a beloved in her ancient mysteries, life can become quite interesting. An initiate of Isis does not just learn new ideas as a student, but is thrown into the experience of the mysteries in real day-to-day living so that they may be truly mastered in our lives and then utilized in service to help the lives of others too. Now, each time you go through a shift in your spiritual journey, you're going to you may have this urge to want to express that with loved ones, but be mindful of that because expressing that to loved ones and showing love may be not so much expressing that because this may not be an energy that they are prepared to handle. You decide to go on this spiritual journey, you decide to transform, okay, the structure of your cells, or which cells become vibrant or activated for you that were dormant for ages upon ages upon ages. This is not something everybody's prepared for. If you find yourself researching things that you cannot explain, use this platform. Use any other platform where you can have these type of conversations. Don't force anybody else onto that. This is not the age of Pisces. It's the age of Aquarius. Okay? The mind is a very powerful thing. Not everybody is willing and ready to handle the type of frequency and energy and vibration that comes with this type of information. Doesn't matter if they understand it. The cells do. But if the physical body is not prepared for that ascension, we have a disconnect. Okay? Let's get some more messages here. Lunar eclipse, telling you to focus on the mission. The message from this previous lunar eclipse in Scorpio was designed for those of you in this message at this time to focus on the mission, not how. Focus on the mission, not how. You get in your way. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Source is showing you each and every moment, but you're overthinking it. Okay? This is why it's not something that you want to make, the do all and end all when it comes to your natal chart, but it's damn sure a great fucking map. Okay? 606, Sagittarius could be significant, or this message in general. Let's see here. We have Archangel Raphael, refining heart to bring mind, body, and soul as 1-3-22. So the Empress seeing the bigger picture, and then we have the Royal Star Antares. Now, this is the interdimensional bridge that reactivates soul memory, which is why some of you are literally reactivating your ancient power that has been a mystery. Now, a mystery, okay, is the story of your emotions, the mist, the water, everything that your body constantly perspires or gives off water in anything that you do. Each word that you speak, you're giving off water. Even if you don't see it. Okay. So let's just see what else we got coming in from here, because Everything you say, if there are emotions attached to it, even if you cannot see it, meaning that each time you speak, there is water coming out of your mouth, right? Even if you do not see it, I'm going to keep repeating that. Know that you still have an impression each time something comes out of you towards another. If that wasn't received, and if it was something negative, it'll be multiplied onto you. If it was something positive, it'll be multiplied onto you. Message here, 1 to 5 days. Proverbs 18, death and life are in the power of the tongue. See, those of you who are connect with in these lives, this message tends to come out often. You have to be very mindful of your thoughts. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. It's not just saying the words that you say out of your mouth that people can hear. This is even the conversations you have with yourself. Some of you think people are doing things, so you're doing this shit to yourself. The time has come to stop blaming other people for anything that you have yet to do, because you allow that to happen. You allow yourself to make a decision or tap into a conscious awareness that you're not going to do this because this, that, and the third is happening. Get over that. Why they're suggesting you get over that? You're a soul that has eternal life. Peace enters your life when you surrender instantly, especially if you're a soul with eternal life. If you're a new soul that has to learn your lesson, not so much so. Levels to it. Simple. Some of you are definitely going through a regeneration, a whole 180-degree change. That whatever heals you is poison for another. Sometimes you may not even know that until you keep rising up within your purpose and believing in your purpose. Now your purpose can change day to day because your conditions change day to day. So the reason why you do something is also going to do the same, because it affects you just like the planets do. The elements of each planet do. Okay, this shit ain't complicated. This is why it's really a great tool to use your human design, your galactic signature. Because right now, okay, let me go to the galactic signature. The month of this galactic signature is the spectral serpent moon. All right, let me see if I still have this up here. All right. The spectral serpent moon of liberation is the 11th moon of the planetary service wave spell and the 5th of the 7 mystic moons as we're speaking of galactic signatures. The spectral moon calls on us to dissolve and transmute lower forces and emotions to higher states of being in action. The totem for this moon is the serpent. The serpent relates to the Ouroboros, the symbol of a serpent biting its own tail, releasing the poison that heals itself into wholeness, which is the world card. The Ouroboros fluid release is the 13th moon, which occurs during June 27th, mid-July. So some of you, moon and Cancer energy, this is why you're more than likely having this release, even if you're not connected to the galactic signatures. This is Mayan astrology, all right? This is a little bit deeper into the ethers as well. So let's get a little bit more into this, though. It continues to say, the serpent bites his tail in order to renew time, so we can be raised up into a planetary time never known to our historians who document history as tragedies gathered in a linear time. The Ouroboros, or the snake biting its tail, contains all knowledge of the serpent, initiates of past, present, and future. Its wisdom encompasses the triple crown of the secret of the dream spell Genesis, the dragon, the monkey, and the moon. Now, the seeing the triple crown, it reminds me of Secretariat, who actually won the triple crown, which is a horse, big red, fireballs could be significant. Now, with Secretariat, this was a horse that people felt like the faster he went, his heart would burst. Ah, faster he went, the stronger he got. Okay, so I feel like the smarter you work, the stronger you're going to get. It's not so much about you working hard. You've done that. For some of you, you've done that for ages, working hard. Now it's time for you to work smarter. Especially if you're a Cancerian or a Capricorn, you carry a lot of energy of your past lives, whether it's you or your past generations. When it comes to your ancestors, you carry all of their DNA within you right now at this moment that you're hearing this message. Your job, okay? And I'm going to speak to you as an athlete that runs the 400. When that lactic acid, or the point that you reach in your journey where it starts to feel like you can't go anymore because it hurts, you can't feel anything, you can't walk, you don't want to get up, you better keep going, because the race is still going. There are people next to you that are still going, which means that it is possible. But you, within your own mindset, you're telling yourself that it's not. But meanwhile, you got an example in your current race or in your current journey showing you we're all going to the same finish line and we're still moving. But you decided to take in the energy that you can no longer keep going. You decided to make the conscious decision that you cannot keep going. No one else made you do that. Everything you do, you make a conscious decision to do based on what you are aware of. See, here's the thing with humanity, that's something that many are beginning or relearning because of having a savior outside of you. Start saving yourself by realizing that everything that you do, you attract by your thoughts over time or by your words instantly. Now, some of those words may be within your thoughts, but the moment you verbalize that outside of yourself and create sound, the way music filters through the body of someone wherever they're at and it makes them move, the same thing happens with your words. Which is another thing now, when it comes to the word trying, you hear me say it's an insult to doing. I started to realize here's another thing that's kind of like a under the radar for the word trying. Kind of like, and you heard me say that a couple times within these last few videos, the same shit for me right now. Trying and kind of like are the same thing. Because when you say trying, notice, you see what my body just did? It went up and down. It didn't stay up. It didn't keep going up. The moment I said trying, your body knows. Your body knows. Ignorance is not bliss. You hear me? You already know. Waning gibbous moon. Some of you may be born on the waning gibbous moon. You have the power to relax, accept, and regroup. You may find yourself in a lot of heated moments where you may want to react, but you have a lot of power to respond, but you also have the choice to choose between whether you're going to react or respond. One more message. Work, career, answer the call. You'll be spot on. Some of you are manifesting generators, okay? Because you're definitely calling in exactly what you want to manifest. As you are following your inner vibrations of joy, if you are following your inner vibrations of anything other than joy, 4433 on a timer, just know you have the power of the wand and the alchemical process. So anything that is happening within you or an inner vibration that is anything other than joy, you're going to manifest that day and night. So, if there's anything that you are suppressing when it comes to limiting beliefs, just know that you are continuing to exercise your strength when it comes to attachment, when you are here to experience, which means you're connected to the law of detachment. You're not connected to the universe if you're attached to anything. So here's another message: love, unconditional love, is not attachment. That's going to be the one that's going to be a major chrysalis stage for plenty of the collective. Shifting that mindset that love is not attachment. It's going to change your entire world. It's going to change your entire beliefs. Michael's like, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. Your life is supposed to be much more liberated and free than what it is that you're experiencing right now. But you're getting to know that. Source is saying you're getting to know that. You're getting to know that. Some of you are free, but you could be a lot more liberated than where you are right now. A lot more. Okay. Let's go to the tarot. Let me put these up. Okay. I'm going to be using the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck first for these tarot messages. It's the Tarot Oracle. Let's see. What's the message for the collective? Destiny. What about it? Balance when it comes to your destiny. Let me get some. Let me clarify this. All right, now. Hold on. Let me get your guidance from it. More like a rolling stone, because I have no stopping time. I keep rolling. More like a rolling stone, because I have no stopping time. I'm gonna run my race. What's the destiny? What are you guiding them to do when it comes to the destiny here for the collective? Sweet. The bear. Unconditional love. Your destiny is unconditional love, being playful, protective. You're being guided to rest and enjoy yourself and others, create balance in your life, and follow your truths. You intuitively know when and how to take inspired action. You have immense inner wisdom and physical strength. You want to ask a question? Email me. If not, you'll get in timeout. We won't play that over here. The Black Panther, my point. Independent, clever, and fascinating. You're being guided to observe your surroundings and keep your own counsel. Find clarity and express your inner and outer beauty to the world. Pounce on the opportunities that feed your soul with purpose and passion. Awaken now to your personal powers, talents, and freedom. Tell me more about the bear. Speaking of unconditional love, what are these three? Okay, this may be in connection to this message here of the official person, the thoughts, and the thief. This is a general message. You come up in here asking for a person, and you're gonna get silence. There's certain messages I don't play that. To no man. And even about entertaining things. This is the time we in. We don't. High priestess said no, no, absolutely not. Here we go. Collective message. Collective message. What is this destiny here? Let me shuffle this out. Bro, I ain't doing this for show at all. I had my whole when it talks about Uranus being in Taurus, when we talk about an entire lifestyle change, this is why I don't play around with this. I don't at all. Like I don't. Anyway, High Priestess in reverse. Why is the High Priestess in reverse? Some of you are not answering the calling here. Ten of Swords speak of closing out a major cycle when it comes to a thought process as it relates to a belief when it comes to your higher self or abilities that you have. For some of you, these abilities is exactly what's going to connect you to unconditional love or independence, because this is your life. This is the journey that you chose to come into this planet, into this lifetime, into the beginning of the age of Aquarius, that you may have to turn this High Priestess upside down in order for you to connect to the destiny that connects you to your fated path or your soul's path. Tell me more about the High Priestess that came out in reverse. Ground your emotions, ground your body so you can pay attention to the wisdom of your body as the Black Panther here. That's the message that's coming through, to ground, to observe your surroundings and keep your own counsel. Yeah, especially because these three popped out before we started this tarot message or with the tarot cards. Speaking of the thief, the thought, and the official person. So remember, you're a traveler. Mind, body, soul, spirit. In your dream state, some of you may be waking up in the middle of the night because you and your guides are protecting you. That's one for sure. The other thing is, don't ignore your calling. For some of you, you are a high priestess, then that came out. It definitely did. You are a high priest, high priestess. Some of you are supposed to be diving deeper into your roots, but there could be something that's blocking you. Whatever that is, listen, acknowledge it, but don't make it your business. Because if you make it your business, if you make it your business, it's not something that's growing, what does that do for you then? That's just simple. That's just simple. Keeps you stuck, self-imposed, self-sabotaging thoughts. You got this entire castle in the back, but you can't see it because you decide to be in bondage. The decision that you're making. You're deciding to expand the mind towards whatever it is that keeps you self-sabotage. Meanwhile, you're being guided to observe your surroundings. Now, this may not be you. Some of your journey, your destination were some of the people that you've met to show you, to get you to activate your observation when it comes to your surroundings and keeping your own counsel. Seven of Wands, which is all about them boundaries. This is Eight of Swords about Eight of Swords, Ten of Cups, and the King of Cups. This came out after. Boom, 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 boom. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Some of y'all out here fronting on yourself. You know you have a spiritual connection to somebody. You know that this is your destiny. Let me see what these love cards are saying, because now this just got on my nerves. This is like somebody that knows what they know, but you playing games. You playing games with your own heart, not nobody else, with your own heart. What's this about? What's this about, King of Cups? Why are you looking at this Ten of Cups, but then you got all this other energy popping through here? See, here's the thing now. This King of Cups could be around energies that's not connected to even focusing on having a stability when it comes to family. So here is where this eclipse season really wipes things out. And as it's wiping it out, situations or opportunities that had those discrepancies involved no longer be involved. Now they can see you. It's kind of like the fog clears. Yes, well, what's this about, King of Cups? What you talking about? Why are you looking at this Ten of Cups like this? Soulmate. Is that right? What's at the bottom? Codependency. Observe your surroundings and keep your own counsel. Mind your business. Your soulmate's right around the corner. For those of you who are single, or those of you who are in a situation, mind your business so that your situation evolves. Worth waiting for. And deception. I just heard you had to go through it this way, the deception first, to even see what your soul's supposed to be mating with. Look at this energy. I love this card for this reason. You see that? You see that intensity? These are two people that cannot let each other go, but not to an extent where they are deceiving themselves by being codependent. They're this close, yes, but meanwhile, they're still able to be independent within a relationship. Worth waiting for. You're now taking off this false mask when it comes to the ideals of relationships. Deception when it comes to soulmates. King of Cups, what else? This could be what they're also realizing too, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, the deception that they attracted when it came to soulmates, because this is what their soul desired to evolve, to connect to what isn't deception. Yes, well, my love. Ashe, Goddess, blessings, my love. Remember, you know a traveler. Unrequited love. What is this unrequited love, though? I mean, let me look at this energy. Oh, Lord. Unrequited love. We got the heart chakra and the storm. 9, 10, 11, 11, 10. This could be a Scorpio for some of you. For some of you, a Scorpio is unrequited love. And this is deceptive soulmate. This is why you're being guided to keep counsel of your surroundings, especially during a transformation. Don't deceive yourself with what you see. Don't give yourself an excuse about what you're seeing. What you're seeing is what you're getting from now to October. Okay? From now to October, what you see, believe it the first time. So that way you can put this storm behind you once and for all, as soon as you see it, as soon as you encounter it. For some of you, you may not even have to encounter it because you notice about yourself. Yes. When it comes to unrequited love, here comes the storm warning. Luck is on your side, though, collective. Wow, luck is on your side, but walking away came out in reverse. Luck is on your side if there's someone that you want to walk away from, but they're not walking away from you. But luck is on your side. Now, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. For some of you, this could be a relocation that the divine comes in and steps forward to create the separation, because it's unrequited, it's deceptive. Your soul needs to mate with something else in order for it to connect to its clever, fascinating, independent nature. It's part of the destiny, though, that you met this person. For some of you, this could have robbed you from your confidence, your thoughts. Then we have, excuse me, we have here at the bottom, though, reconciliation. At the top, welcome new Sabi, my love. When it comes to reconciliation, express your love. Now, if this is not something that you want to indulge in, still express your love by acknowledging for what it is. And if it's not something that you want, let it go. Don't sit here and gossip about it. You gonna sit here and cut yourself up. Nobody else. One more message here. Switching it. Let me go over here right quick. If you are single, this is the whisper of love. When it comes to a soulmate, if you are single, and then the next card will be for those of you who are in a union right now. All right. For those of you who are single, I'm not going to take those that fell. You have the number 7 and the number 28. Wow. This is quite a challenge for you to get to this point. I get it. But your challenge was all about realizing that the only thing that's real is love. Source is asking you to shift your focus back to love as well as your soulmate for those of you that are single. Because you're coming into the union of the hearts, a love connection that defies explanation. This is a soul connection. Let me grab one of these. For my singles, you're coming into the union of hearts as long as you realize that the realest thing in this world is love. And it is. It's the most powerful thing. You wouldn't see half of the things that you see in the world today if there was really unconditional love. Ignorance is not bliss for those of you that are single. You might have been born during a waxing gibbous moon, which means you have the power to tweak, hone, and adjust. If not, the waxing gibbous moon could be significant to you in order for you to tweak, hone, and adjust to connect to this love that defies explanation. Some of you may be connected to always wanting an explanation, which means you're putting yourself in positions where you're looking for somebody to understand you. So now they play a role and you get heartbroken because you gave them the script. You gave them the script. Spiritual wound. This could be something that has happened day in and day out through generations that has been committed to. You want commitment though. You do want commitment, but you got to see your thoughts and all that you are in order for you to communicate from your heart space truly what it is that you envision when it comes to unconditional love and balance in partnerships, and tell the truth. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, air signs, y'all all here. If you are a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or in a situation with the Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, you need to step more into what your vision is. Does this energy match your vision? Because the other sign has to do with fire, which ignites your passion, Sagittarius, but it's igniting the passion of expansion, or Jupiter, or your vision of the mind's eye. Those of you who are in a union at this time, some of you do got new love though, through simple acts of kindness. Love is all around you. And this was the cards that fell on the ground that I wasn't gonna, but be willing to express love. And that came out again. Be willing to express love. That message is basically of someone who has been through a lot and is not prepared to, or feels like they're prepared to, but when they're in the situation, they don't do what they thought they were prepared to do. That's a beautiful moment for you to analyze yourself. The same as if you do happen to say, yeah, you may hear me say trying is an insult to them, but here's what I want to get to the collective when I mean what I mean by that. Not to explain myself or to be understood. But anytime you tell yourself that you're trying to do something, just know that you are putting yourself in the corner as to a yes or no. Okay. A yes or no. To try, it moves you from actually saying yes or no. That's what I'm saying. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just realize what you're saying when you're saying you're trying to do something. What are you stopping yourself from saying yes or no to? Being definite about it. For those of you who are in a connection, who are committed, you are in a spiritual connection, beloved. Ashe. You're in a relationship that has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Express your love through gifts. And this could be your person telling you that, especially through this eclipse season. Some of you could be connected to the number 27, which is what I posted on Twitter, and that was connected to someone walking away. If it's a spiritual connection, I can see why you'll be walking away, because then it's going to test you a lot. This could be your polar opposite. It's going to show you the opposite side of you that you have yet to see about yourself. And until you welcome that energy in, realize that you're not whole until you embrace the opposite side of all of your placements. Isn't that the beauty of astrology and natal charts and space and the galaxies? Is that we are all connected. We're not the same, but we're connected. You can cut them links off if you want to, because you are as strong as your weakest link. So the weakest one, you can actually strengthen it, or you can cut it off. You figure it out. You will figure it out. Those of you who are in a connection, be mindful, excuse me, of relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. And some of you have done that in your current relationship when it comes to certain patterns, if you are in a connection at this time. Or if you can sense, especially if you are a Cancerian, Pisces, or Scorpio, with a lot of the transits that are happening right now. Mars is conjunct to Neptune. And depending on your Mars energy, you can either attract whatever it is that you have been seeking, or attract whatever it is that you have been fearing. The use and action of your willpower, whatever it is that you are generating within your gut instinct, is what you're about to get more of. Your imagination is about to manifest through fire, through the I am, through who you are. Be a child. This is why the inner child healing is important, especially with the placement like Mars conjunct to Neptune. When Mars is conjunct to Neptune, this is basically the harmony between who you are and what you believe in. If what you believe in is fuckery and who you are is someone who is righteous, you better make sure you find a balance between the two. Remember, you know what trouble left. You're going to have to embrace that shadow self. It don't stay daytime all day. If it did, that means Jupiter is the sun. If it did, that means everybody's using their mind's eye. Nobody's using these eyes to see. If Jupiter was the sun, these two eyes on everybody that's here on this planet will be nice and glossy and clear and full of light. Focus on love, it says. Look for the good in everyone, says the ruler of the heavens. As we're speaking of Jupiter, it looks for the good in everyone. Now here's the thing, it looks for the good, but we live in a world of cause and effect. This just gave me Taurus Scorpio vibes with the dragon and the tree. Focus on love. Because right now, while Taurus is the north node and Scorpio is the south node, nothing's going to get in the way when it comes to you trusting the body of your wisdom. Even if you're not prepared, the universe says, this is my moment. This is my moment. That's what the universe said. Remember that, man. Remember that. Just here's what I would say when it comes to trust and faith. You have trust and faith. You do. Humanity does. A lot of everybody in humanity does. especially if you ride a bicycle, you drive a car, you allow somebody else to drive you get onto a boat, you get onto a plane. These are all different elements that you would have to use some type of, not have to, but it has been set to use a certain type of machinery for you to get from point A to point B. Okay. So, wow, it's 2222. What's your message? What's your message? 2222. Oh, there goes the walking away. 2222. Let me get a message for 2222. Bigger picture. Give me a second. Yes. Yes. Remember, you know a traveler. His name is Kweku the Hustler. 2222 is your message for the collective. 2222, what's your message for the collective? 2222, message for the collective. Recognition. What's 2222 right now? What's the bigger picture you want them to see when it comes to the foundation and love, commitment, higher levels of commitment, balance, healing? As long as you remain a free spirit, govern thyself. Govern thyself is what I'm hearing from now. Govern thyself with the spirit of the ethers, with the spirit of the infinite creator, with the spirit of the divine, with the spirit of the dark and the light, with the spirit of the low and the high, the ebb and the flow. This is what you're healing here. The Two of Cups, the masculine and feminine within you. That's what humanity must heal and take action on when it comes to even connecting with the collective on any platform. There has to be an exchange within you first. Without that exchange, you're always going to receive a shorter end of the stick and you're out of vibrations. Simple. Remember, you know what trouble. Wow. The moon popped in and out. Like it, but that was the moon card. Some of you may have a moon in Cancer, a moon in Taurus or Libra. Drop the burden. Moon in Libra is the Two of Swords. Moon in Taurus is the Six of Pentacles. One speaks of a stalemate, the other one speaks of reciprocity. Some of you have to heal in order for you to delegate the type of work that you have so others can help you. I feel like this is a perfectionist energy here. Let me see. Wow. As I'm looking at free spirit, it felt right on top of it. Some of you have troubles with allowing yourself to be free within your spirit, within your ideas, because of other challenges of the past. But you went through these obstacles and challenges to connect you to your creativity in the first place. It's the beauty of the shadow. Remember, you know a traveler. Yes. Let's see what this is. Ooh. Knight of Cups. Okay, this is going to be a stand-up offer, though, because I just put that card down and it stood right back up. That feels like that trying energy. Someone's trying to come in, but here's the thing: past restrictions for some of you is preventing this new beginning from being offered to you. Right here. Others of you, this is what you have gotten past when it comes to the healing. And now here comes this offer being presented to you. Oof. That brings you great joy, passion, happiness, success, expansion, joy, physical healing. What's this offer? Victory and success. Ashe. Jupiter and Leo. The moment you get connected to your core values, you can look at, most will connect Venus to Mars, but Jupiter and Venus also have a connection too. The God of the universe and the God of the heavens and the goddess of beauty. Why wouldn't they have a connection? The goddess of beauty and the God of war will also have a connection. But why wouldn't the goddess of beauty and the God of the ruler of the heavens have a connection? Jupiter and Venus. This is Jupiter and Leo. Now we're speaking of the planet of expansion with the energy, okay, of the sun that allows other things to grow or expand. This is also you being celebrated, but you have to have, your heart has to be the foundation of this all. Your heart has to be the foundation of you taking action. Okay? Your gut instincts and the root chakra, what it is that you have and that you want and that you can do, has to be a part of the heart chakra, or the heart chakra rather has to be the foundation of what it is that you want, that you have, and that you can do. Your heart has to be into this, especially if you're a projector or reflector. I mean, all human designs really, but reflector, projector, you gotta love what you do. Now we got a lot of fire here and 2 water cards. So after a moment of all of these burdens, comes this like this little moment of a quick little battle, but it leads you right into victory and success. However, this is a thin line though. This is a very thin line. Okay. You can go to victory and success, or you can go back to the load. This is what this is showing you. All right. The way that you're able to release this load is by healing that which is in you, that inner child, the masculine, the feminine, that little boy, that little girl within you. Okay. We all have that masculine and feminine energy within us. And this is the first card that you have on out. You got to free that spirit. Connect it more with love. Move forward, it says here, when it comes to your feelings. Connect more with your dreams, especially in areas of your life that you are contemplating about, that you are asking for help, and bring more gentleness into the picture so that way you can receive the awareness of the mystery to then gain the gratitude of the discernment that you had to make a decision based on your inner knowing and accept it. The support that you're being given so that you can now have the abundance and let go of whatever it is that no longer serves you. You've made that decision to do so. You've been waiting long enough to do this, but now it's time for you to turn away by communicating with your guides in moments of solitude. New page in your book. Let's vibe, let's vibe, let's vibe. Let me see this here. Tell me more about this message. It's time. That came right out. It's time. for love. To release the excess baggage of unresolved, what is that? Unresolved, we can't see it. Unresolved issues that you've been holding together. Have a higher emotional IQ so that way you can receive the gifts of affection, love, appreciation, and devotion. That all which is you. The gift is you as long as you are in the present moment. Shit. What's this message here? Tell me more. What's the time for? What's time for? What is it time for? It's time for you to be a diamond. Simple as that. And that's the final message is 120. Some of you not maybe, but have Venus in Aquarius, 120. Okay. Or you may be a Capricorn, but this is your season, beloved. It's time for you to connect to your creative force. Be faithful to that creative force. Connect to more commitment, your brilliance, your value. Okay. The unconquerable force of the multi-dimensional, multifaceted, invincible spiritual power that you have been given by knowing who you are. That is your message, beloved. I love you, and I'll see you next time.